following program on KROC is sponsored and paid for by Meshbesher and Spence.
Andrew Davick is in the house.
How are you guys?
Good. How you doing?
Surviving.
Survive.
Right.
He's going to make it.
Enough of this weather.
Made it so far. We're going to...
How many days below normal? Did you say earlier this morning?
We were about
like
23, 24.
Yeah. I don't mind winter. It's just the below normal winter that I don't appreciate.
Very unfortunate.
Pretty soon that's going to be the norm.
Oh, gosh.
To keep this up.
Coming up, though, in the spring is something that you want to be referencing today.
Yes. You know, I thought a good topic today with kids graduating and graduation parties and I suppose prom and all those things that come around is the responsibility of parents with respect to providing alcohol to kids or providing a forum and the potential liabilities associated with that.
All right. So you're going to have a party and... You tell the kids, okay, I'll stay upstairs, but you guys behave, okay?
Everybody has to stay here. Nobody can leave.
Yeah, still not a great idea. You know, that's sort of the, the first issue is we have what's called social host liability in Minnesota, and it's very limited, but it exists in those circumstances where you provide alcohol to a minor. So, for example, Rich, if you were at my house and you had a bit too much to drink and something happened, I do not have any legal responsibility for that because we are both adults. However, if, Rich, you were a 16-year-old and I provided alcohol to you and you go out and you injure somebody or, in fact, you injure yourself, then there is legal responsibility for that homeowner or the adult that provided the alcohol.
And in the occasion that Rich is an adult that acts like a 16-year-old, still not your liability.
Yeah, greater liability.
That's the more likely scenario.
I feel like my life is on an open door now.
I'm glad you chose him as your example and not me.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put you on the spot, Tracy.
Thank you, Andrew. Okay, so how much trouble can you get in?
Well, I mean, there are two big issues. I mean, first, there's potential criminal penalties for providing alcohol to a minor, and that can create some pretty significant issues for you in the criminal justice system. But from a civil perspective, you know, one of the big risks is a lot of homeowners' policies don't cover that. And so you have a personal liability, a personal exposure that may exist if.
So they may go outside and just fall on your sidewalk.
You could be responsible. Not only, you've got the potential, you didn't maintain your sidewalk properly, which we've talked about in the past.
Right.
Tough cases in Minnesota. But let's say that the child is inebriated and that happens. Or even if, you as you pointed out, you tell the kids, I'm going to be upstairs. Everybody's got to stay here. They're downstairs. But what if that kid drinks too much and suffers alcohol poisoning? Or what if that kid falls and hits his head on a railing?
Coffee table.
But I didn't know they were going to bring in alcohol.
Well, yeah.
What happens?
I've heard that. I've heard that before. I had no idea.
I mean, they snuck it in,
and that would be a potential defense. I mean, that would have to be the argument if you're trying to avoid the civil liability. But the question is, what does it's always what we call a reasonable person standard. You know, what is reasonable under the circumstances, and the question then would be asked: did the adult go down? Did they go check on it? Did they go see if there was alcohol? If there was alcohol, did you take it away? Did you?
Bottom line is, don't assume that your kids and or their friends are all going to just
be good,
behave like you want them to. I mean, go down and just casually check. Anybody need any more food?
Yep.
Chips.
Doing okay?
I need some chips down there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just here to check on the laundry.
Right, exactly. And unfortunately, we do see it. You see the circumstances of what you described, where the parents, believe that if they're not aware, if they're not directly aware, that they don't have potential responsibility, and that's just simply not the case. Can't turn a blind eye.
I didn't see a thing.
Yeah,
it's not my problem. It's not my fault.
Well, it is amazing, and I would hope that it would be changing. But it seemed for a while there that it was no big deal for parents to supply, even
right,
have a keg or something like that. Well, we're going to keep the kids here on the property. It's going to be okay. That was just, I don't know. Maybe that was.
Well, you do it at great risk, and the problem is, how do you know that the kid is going to stay on the property? How do you know that they're not going to leave, get in their car and drive? Or, as I said, even if they maintain or if they stay on the property, it doesn't mean something can't happen there that potentially exposes you to liability.
Gotcha.
All right. So, if somebody has I guess an issue, whether it's that or something else, and they need to get a hold of you at Meshbesher and Spence, what's the best way to do that?
You can always stop by our office down on 2nd Street or call us at 280-8090 or the website, www.meshbesher.com.
All right. Have a great week. We'll do this again next Thursday.
Sounds good. We'll be
All
here.
right.